It's time for the Giz Wiz with Mad's Maddest Writer, Dick Bartolo. This is episode 1776, a historic show recorded Thursday, April 23rd, 2020. On this episode of the Giz Wiz, we have a non-techie way to turn some lights on and off. I have a crazy inexpensive piece of a new studio that I'm building. My crappy corner goes off the rails, and your videos all next on the Giz Wiz.
It's the same show with Dickie D and OMG chat on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
And here he is, the chairman of the gadget pandemic, Dick Bartolo. How you doing, Dickie D?
I'm doing good, sir. And you? Are you in good spirits?
I'm in good spirits. Are you in good spirits?
This is show 1776.
It's historic, definitely.
It's a historic moment.
We should have just waited a few extra years before becoming an independent show, and then we could have really, hit the numbers perfectly and declared it.
Oh, okay.
1776. Anyway.
But anyway, whatever we're doing, we've been doing it for a long time.
I was saying before the show.
Shows.
Sorry to interrupt.
No.
I was saying before the show that I just find it so impressive just to mention to people how many shows we've done. I'm explaining the show. I'm like, yeah, we're on episode 1,700 something. And they're like,
yeah,
whoa, that's impressive.
Amazing. Good news at this end is the marina is reopening. Family members only, no guests allowed, but that's fine. We just like to go down to the marina and have lunch there. So that part's good. Oh, and an update on the
the sleeve. You got it.
So Chad showed this. It's a neat little thing, goes on your sleeve. If you're going to cough, you do that, and you don't cough right on your clothing. I haven't opened them yet, but Chad, you said they're really sized for kids, right?
Yeah, they're pretty small.
Small. Okay. So anyway, I ordered 3 of them. They never came. I emailed them and said, can I get them soon? I want to use them on ABC. No one responded. I called them. Their phone number was disconnected. So I figured, this is good. Chad's doing a little mini demo. I figured, there's $33 down the drain. And then suddenly last week, there was $33 back in my PayPal account, followed by an email. Dick, we were overwhelmed. We've refunded your money. And since it took so long, we're also sending you your 3 boxes. Even though we refunded the money. So that was...
at least there was some communication. That was...
Yes.
Needed.
After a lot of weeks. And what made it disappointing is Chad ordered his like on a Monday and got them on a Thursday.
It was faster than Amazon is right now. I mean,
yeah,
it was
exactly.
Absurdly fast. I was like, this is amazing. They have their act together, 100%.
Oh, boy. Amazon now is...
It's crazy. We're back in the old days. What is this, 2001?
Yes, it is. I ordered some masks a month, like 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And now it says they'll be here tomorrow, but I doubt it. Because the tracking number comes up as nothing.
So like I said earlier, I'm working on this studio, and there's all these little pieces that, like, I want a bracket that'll hold a light, or I want a power cable that's 10 foot long. And everything is like, oh yeah, it'll be here in May. And this is at the beginning of the month that I was like, looking at this stuff.
I know.
And
if you could type a note in it, you could just say, I need this for my ventilator.
Right.
My emergency room ventilator.
Exactly.
Maybe they'd ship it faster.
Yeah. It's been bad. Which then I've been holding off, but my first thought is, okay, where can I buy it locally? Which is not what you want to do. You want to stay in your home.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Yeah, Subaru says Amazon's pathetic. But Dave said, we're all spoiled brats.
We are. It's true. But I want my package now.
Oh, I know. And I've even started ordering food.
Yeah.
Like things that I know can last a long time on Walmart. And actually, the prices on Walmart were unbelievably cheap.
Is that because their distribution center is outside of New York and they like ship it in?
I guess they're also like actually Walmart's doing better than Amazon, at least here in New York City.
And that's
no, you can't go to Best Buy and we can't go to radio. Well, you can go to Best Buy if you order, and then they'll bring it out to the street.
Yeah. The same here is if you drive up, you're like in the parking lot and they'll walk it over to your car. I've been ordering off of websites that like I don't even know of that because they'll ship faster. It's like
Yes.
I could buy this bracket off of Amazon, it'll come in May, or I could buy it off of this really sketchy site that looks slightly like it would work, and then it should come in 3 days, which I've been doing. I'm like trying to search through the internet to try to find a place that'll ship some stuff faster than Amazon. That's happening a lot for me. With that, maybe let's jump into some gadgets.
Yeah, let's go into the show. This is for non-techie people, our first video.
Here it is.
Hey, the Giz Wiz out in the backyard at Disneyland, and we're going to talk about remote control, okay? Occasionally I get an email from someone who says, I want to sit in my chair and I want to turn things on and off, but I don't want to use a phone and I don't want to use blue paint. They mean Bluetooth. So this is an easy way to do it, all right? I bought two systems. One is from E-Tech City, these big guys, and the other I just bought this past week from BN Link. So you can see the difference already. These guys are humongous. These are smaller, so you have a better chance of being able to plug two things in one outlet. Now, what's neat about them is I have them hooked up here so that we can see the trains over there. See the little trolley? The trolley should come out running any minute now. All right, so there's the trolley, and even though I just shut the trolley, and now I'm going to turn the trolley back on. The trolley's running again, and when it starts back, I'll shut it off. So what's neat about this is that the controls for the trolley are inside the house. So I can just and I'll just stop the trolley. The other system, I have the lights on for the town. So lights on, lights off, lights on, lights off. Okay, so as you can see, the range is pretty decent. I used to use X10. Remember X10 from Radio Shack? Ever since Con Ed put in digital meters, my X10 systems stopped working. So these are a radio frequency, RF, so you don't have to worry about the range. I think the range is 200 feet, and they're saying through walls and through doors. Obviously, it's through at least a wall because transformer and stuff is inside the house. Each system is under $30. The only downside is they both use these weird A23 batteries. So you can't run up to the drugstore and get one. You can get them on Amazon. They're like $1 each, but they should run for many years. Okay, so the smallest system is BN Link, and that's the one I recommend just because it's smaller. It's funny. I like the E-Tech City remote better because it's bigger and bigger buttons, but the little units come with the smaller remote. And also, I believe they can handle up to 1,200 watts, okay? So this is not going to be good for an electric heater unless you keep it on low, but in general, 1,200 watts. The maximum they are is 1,250 watts. That's it. It's freezing. You figure you want to shoot outside, it's going to be terrible out, and it is. All right, so we're indoors now, and it's a lot warmer. Also, I did a quick look at the listing online. Each one of them is 100 feet line of sight to control gadgets. But I forgot to mention something else, that they have a learning button on the side. And I know if you're not a techie person, you're going to say, a learning button, what? All right, so the learning button is a way to tell two of these to use the same number on the keypad. For example, if you want, when you click number 1, if you want 2 different gadgets to go on, you label them both number 1. The simplest way, if you don't want to do anything, they're actually numbered right on there, okay? Each one has its own number. You plug it in the wall, put whatever it is on it, make a little list of what it is, and then you can easily control each thing one at a time. But you could make all 5 of them the same number if you wanted to, so that they all go on with the one button. And I also wanted to point out that each set, under $30, is 5 plugs and 2 remote controls. That's for this little system and the big system that I showed you earlier in this video. That's it. Bye.
Nice. I'm impressed with how many come into a set.
No, it's pretty good. And then around $21 or $22, you can get a set of 3 with 1 remote control. But it's mainly older people who email in and say, I don't want to use my phone, and I don't know how to do Wi-Fi. And so this is a really simple way. And the learning thing is pretty easy. You just hold the learning button in, and while the learning button is in, hit the remote control button you want it to be. And even if it's 5, if you hold that button in and hit 1, 5 becomes a 1 unit, and it'll turn on whatever else is plugged into a 1 unit. So, it's very cheap. That was I just looked there. I think it's come down in price. 3 units and 1 remote control is $17.
Yeah, and I use something very similar. I've used something for years. I use them in the studio for turning on and off lights, because sometimes you don't want to pull out your phone, load up the app, and have it connect for a moment. You just want it to instantly turn on and off. And so I do that a lot. And I don't have any that have multiple outlets. They all just sort of do their own one single thing. So this is nice. So you can get a pack and use a remote for multiple places. It looks like there's some AliExpress stuff that Captain J is sharing as he want to do. Looks like I might be in the mobile version of AliExpress here.
What is that?
That's the European plug, but I think that I might be able to switch that if I get out of the mobile version. Which
okay.
In just a second. Let's see if it works. There we go. Yeah, there we go. So that was EU. So you switch it to US. Oh wait, no, that's shipping.
Yeah, no, I mean
Still, that's...
I see. It's one of those big, humongous plugs that goes into that.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, so, there's some other stuff. That's not... I'd rather just spend the extra $3 to get off of Amazon. But I'm sure that there's others. And this uses pretty old technology for the wireless, which, in my opinion, is just great. Because it's like instant.
No, absolutely. And I don't know what happened to my X10. X10 worked pretty well, but X10 works by sending the signal through your wires. And I don't know why it is, but since Con Ed changed all the meters to digital, my X10 system just decided not to work. I don't know why. No. And then I thought, well, you know what? There's got to be something really inexpensive and something that's going to be simple to do. So I can just, if I'm playing with the trains or something, I can just say to someone, hey, just hit 1 on that thing and the trains will stop. Hit 4 on that and the village will come on.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I like it.
Very simple. Okay, this is an answer to a couple of other people asked about. Well, you'll see this video. Hey, the Giz Wiz, what the heck is it? Only Dennis Wonderland is in the studio. Any idea what that is?
I have absolutely no idea.
Okay, turn around and take a picture of my microphone. Okay, so what that ABC thing is, it's called a microphone flag. And I got a couple of emails saying, oh, how do you get a flag on your microphone? So I went online and there are like these YouTube things, how to make them out of cardboard, how to make them out of plastic. And then I thought, wait a minute, maybe you can just buy them. Well, you can. And boy, are they cheap, okay? This one was expensive because it's triangular, but these two mic flags, take a look over here. When I bought them, they were under $8 for both of them. All right, so what is a mic flag? All right, so now that everybody in the world is shooting videos because they're home and bored, a mic flag is a way to make your videos look a little more professional by taking a logo, like a Giz Wiz logo. We could paste that on here and then drop it onto the mic.
Oh.
And it looks more professional. Okay. Now, this is an Audio-Technica. I think it's the AT2100, something like that. It's a very, very popular mic. It's about $70. And then this is the Shure mic, and they're about $90. But either one of them. Now, on the Shure, it goes way down. So if you want to have it midway in the mic, let me show you. There's just foam in the middle of these. I actually thought that they would come with an extra ring of foam, but you could just use a sponge or anything in there. For example, this one, I'm looking now. This one, the foam is much thicker. The hole is much smaller. So on this one, this kind of does what you want. All right. And then if you want it up high, actually just force the mic down into it because they're all just spongy stuff inside. So it's an easy way. And then you get 3 or 4 sides to put your ID on. And if you have a lot of writing, buy the triangular one because that has a lot more space than the other ones. All right. So it's a simple way to dress up your mic. Just check mic flags on Amazon and you'll come up with them. People like this one, only 16 ratings, but it was like very high, like more than 4 stars. So that's it. You can dress up your mic, but it may not improve the quality of your talk. Bye.
Yeah, I remember seeing these for the first time at like CES and thinking, oh man, you've got to be such a professional.
Yes, me too. Me too.
Thinking, man, one day I'll be able to own my flag.
I was very impressed too. Actually, some of them are getting bigger and bigger that you hardly see the microphone anymore. The triangular one was 9 something, but still in all, that's really inexpensive. Oh yeah, under $10.
Yeah.
And they're nicely made, and I mean, but for the 2 of them for less than $8, I don't even think it'd be worth 3D printing it.
No.
When you can get one
you
for
need
like
that foam, you know? You got to get
the
foam.
That's right. The foam is in here.
Yeah. So yeah, this is great. I've never seen a mic flag like that, actually.
Oh my God.
I have never, ever seen a mic flag like that.
It almost looks lethal, doesn't it?
It's over the pop filter. That's not, they should go down here. That's not how that works.
That's very funny.
But yeah, so this is great. And then you just print something out on your normal printer, use double-sided tape, stick it on there, or just tape all the way around it, you know?
Yeah, or if you have stationery and you have a logo on your stationery, cut that out and put it under clear tape.
Mic flags. Easy.
An easy way to look more professional than you might be.
Like us.
Like us.
With that, hey, I took over again.
Yes,
I
yes,
love
it's
taking over.
a Chad extra.
Chad extra
None
gadget.
crappy corner.
Yeah, this is non-crappy. It's maybe a little crappy, actually, just a bit.
Okay.
But
this is not a
too
corner.
much.
This is Chad's middle of the room gadget.
Yes. Yeah, in the dead center. So I recorded a video about it. So let's jump in.
Oh, great.
Hey Diggity, so here we are in a new office space that I've been building out for the past 2 weeks, and one of the main features of this office space is these guys, which are Robotic Lights. These are RGBW pan tilt lights, so they will rotate around and they will use their LEDs to output some light. So let me give you an example of what they may do. This is a software that I use in order to control the lights. This is called Q-Light Controller Plus. A lot of people just call it QLC. And so we'll add on a animation here, and then we will also add on a color. Now, right now, they're actually not gonna do anything. That's because they are DMX controlled, and these are the DMX wires. So you'll see the moment that I take this wire and plug it into this guy, he will immediately start working. DMX is passed through, so it has an input and an output. These are the outputs that go up to the other ones up there. So we can plug this guy in, and then all of these will start activating as well. As you can see, it's rather bright, and so I'm actually going to go ahead and shut this off from the computer. We can keep it sort of animated. So you can see what they do. They will animate around. They can have different colors. You can have all the different colors and use it with your PC. The way that I get it from the PC to the DMX wires is through this little box. This is in, it's called DMX, and that costs about 80 bucks. Obviously, we're looking at the light itself, though, in this video. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug it from the DMX. So this is the fixture itself. And at the bottom, it has some mounting screw holes. That's what we use on the wall to mount them up there. And then it has your power, DMX in and DMX out 3-pin. And on the front, you have a little LCD screen. And this is to change between different modes if you want. And they're a little bit confusing, but the instructions make it a little bit clearer. So these can be very useful. You can also obviously change whatever program you want just from the LCD panel on the front. It'll do sound activation and that sort of stuff. DMX is what I wanted to use this for. Here's the cool thing, the price. Each one of these fixtures only cost me $45 for a robotic light like this. That is very, very inexpensive, and I'm very, very happy with that cost. It hasn't been perfect. This middle light right here actually does have a little bit of an issue that whenever it goes to blackout, something causes it to have an issue where whenever it tries to get back to its home base, it always hangs up and has an issue. So there's still some bugs with them for $45. I kind of almost expected that they wouldn't be absolutely perfect, but for what we're using them in non-mission critical things, it's perfect. If you were a DJ at parties and you wanted a way to really up your game with lighting, just getting 4 of them would cost you less than $200 and would be very, very, very impressive. And I feel like they're very impressive lights. So that is my little gadget. Heading back to you. So this is where I've found them, and I haven't found them for any less expensive anywhere else. A website I've never heard of called TomTop. Here they are, $45, $49.99. You can also get them shipped from China if you want for more expensive. Not sure why you do that and wouldn't just choose the US warehouse. By default, if I was just to refresh this page, it'll be on the China warehouse. So you may be like, what? This is 75 bucks, you lied.
What?
But just choose the US warehouse over here on the side, and then it'll switch to 45 bucks. The little thing in the front will allow this to work without using DMX. If you don't want to go through the process of learning, how to program DMX stuff, you can just use the thing on the front and it'll do little demos and little things like that, and sound activated, like light strobing and that sort of stuff. But yeah, that's basically it. These type of fixtures can have other stuff. This doesn't have it. So it could have something like a gobo in there, or like, all sorts of other things. It could change the focus of the beams. That doesn't happen with this. All it does is change the color, the intensity, and its direction. And it can do this strobe sort of stuff as well. And that's really it. Someone asked in the chat room, how much do they weigh? They're not too heavy. If I was to guess, I'd say like 7 pounds, something like that. Let me see if I can find that here in the stats.
And that wall bracket comes with it?
There it is. Yes, that wall bracket comes with it. And so, yeah, I was right. 7.4 pounds. And just like what you saw in that little video right here, this is everything in the box. The wall bracket, 2 screws to get it onto the wall bracket, and a power cable and a manual, and then the actual fixture itself. So not a whole bunch. That wall bracket is kind of a pain. I do have one fixture that has some weird bug in it, and I don't expect to get a refund or to get it fixed. So yeah, the DMX software that I use is QLC Plus. QLC Plus.
Right. And does it come with an American plug? Because I noticed
Yes.
that had that. Okay.
Yeah, I think that you choose that at the top. If I look again, yeah, plug. So I could choose an EU one. If it ships from China, I think I can switch. Yeah, so I can switch the plug. That's what costs you a whole bunch of extra money.
I think that's pretty neat.
Yeah, I am so impressed with them. I have had so much fun learning about how to program DMX and set up scenes and all that sort of stuff. Looks like they have been found on AliExpress. Man, this may
but the same price. They're 60 cents more.
Why on earth would you get them there? It's 66 more. It looks like they can come in white too. I don't understand this range. Why the range of prices? If it ships from China, I get that one. Oh, here we are. US plug. Okay. So that one's 60.
Oh, it goes up.
That one's 60. Okay, US. There we go. So that one's 55. Okay.
You only paid 45, right?
Yeah, I only paid 45. Somewhere in this list of things is the $45 one somewhere. I don't see it.
Oh, do you have a remote control too?
I don't. So mine is only DMX. It does not have the remote control, which for my purposes I wanted. I wanted everything going through the same system. Now I'm looking at getting DMX LED lighting, which is
what does
easy.
DMX stand for? Do you know?
I don't.
Digital mixing xylophone.
Probably. DMX.
Only because
protocol?
I have so many lights around here that have DMX input. And I always go, well, the DMX input, eh?
Mm-hmm. It stands for Digital Multiplexer.
Oh, okay.
There you go. So yeah, all that is it's basically a protocol to use to change lights through cables with a board. So with a lighting board. So you could use sliders instead of going over to them and switching them on, basically. And so it's that's basically what everyone uses to sort of operate their lights. You see it at the Super Bowl, you see it at, all over, that sort of stuff. Beatmaster asks, can you do switching over the Stream Deck? The Stream Deck is another program or a product that Elgato makes. There is not a direct thing built into the Stream Deck to do it. The best that you can do is that with the QLC Plus program, you can set up a hotkey. So you can set up a hotkey, say like Shift F7, then the program QLC Plus would look for that hotkey and then it would activate. So it's kind of a weird middle ground of doing it. So you can make it work, but it's very limited in making it work. It's basically MIDI, but for lights. Spike put it kind of pretty well. If you know what MIDI is for
it doesn't
audio.
have a mic in it, does it?
No, but the
that would
cable
link to the music or anything. Okay.
No. Oh, it does. Yes. Sorry, it does have a microphone to do music synchronization.
Oh,
So yes,
that's
it actually
all I
does. Yep. Pretty sure you may. Now that I say that, I'm like worried that. I'm worried that it doesn't, but I'm pretty
I know.
positive.
Yeah, you better, because I'm going to say, "Hey, Chad, you owe me $45."
Yeah, exactly. Song.
Because I'm playing music and my thing is not moving.
Music. I may have to get back with you on that.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. That's okay.
I'm confused. I may have been confused because I bought another type of light that definitely has the song stuff, because when I was testing them, I was testing that out. I'm pretty sure that this will do.
So are you competing with my studio here? Is that what this is all leading up to?
The Giz Wiz studio will stay, how it is, but yeah, I'm working on my streaming studio, which I'm...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, definitely. I'm almost positive that it has the sound activated.
Oh, don't knock yourself out. That's okay. I'll look it up later.
Sound activated, and yep, there it is. Automatic party mode. So yeah, four modes:
There you go.
DMX 512, Master Slave, Sound Activated, and Automatic for great club and DJ shows.
There you go. There you go.
So yeah, that's basically it. So I'm loving them. Thinking about getting another one. And they look here. I can bring up a thing, Twitch, that shows when I'm using them. So this is I probably should have showed that earlier, but click this, get rid of that, and click right here. So this will show the studio. And so that is what I'm using them for, is in the background, you can kind of see the animation go by. And so those are those robotic lights sort of causing that to happen in the background.
Is that a three-dimensional wall thing back there?
Yeah, so I got some 3D panels. And then also there's these down lights right here. Those are different. That was that other thing that I was saying. I was like, I'm confusing the two. So you got the robotic lights basically over on this back wall, and then those are hung up above there, and then you got 3D panels and curtains and stuff back there.
Oh, Chad, give a quick look up to Spike. He has something for $14.
What? That can't be true. If there's a $14,
I don't think it's true either.
I don't think it's true. It can't be. So now let's go through
Oh my God, it's the same brand.
I think it's because it's this.
Okay.
I think I have to go through there it is. Yeah, see, that's the $14 one. So if I wanted this one, ship it from China with a US plug, $65. What if it ships from the Czech Republic? EU plug, $50. That's pretty cheap. But if I wanted this one, United States, EU, $52. Not bad, but still not
but yours is
$45.
Yeah, and it came from the U.S.
Yeah. So there you go. And I got it fairly fast. I got it a while back when we weren't quite in the heat of Corona. So who knows how long it would take to ship. So there you go. So that was my not so crappy corner. And
Excellent.
now it is time.
Now we're going to the real crappy corner.
And I need to get the music ready. Here we go.
You know you don't need it, but you might want it at Chad's Crappy Corner. Get it.
So, I have a story for you and everybody.
Yes.
So I tried to get I have a gadget that I had ordered online. Said it was going to arrive on Tuesday. It didn't. It's been pushed to next Tuesday. I didn't think, no big deal. I can go get another gadget. So went out to Target, looked around, and I found something that I thought was pretty good.
Tell us your theme.
Oh, the theme is retro gadgets. So old is new. And these gadgets should be newly manufactured, not old gadgets, but have some inspiration from years gone by. So I had this idea, didn't arrive, decided, oh, it's not a big deal, go buy a gadget. Found this gadget, and it requires a piece from my house. I searched for hours for this thing, cannot find it, so I have failed you twice, although I do kind of make up for it for having two gadgets, one of which I don't have with me because it was kind of expensive and I'm not really into it, so I didn't really want to spend all the money on it. So, we are taking a look at an old toy, although it is kind of always stayed in manufacture, so I'm not sure if this hits the retro perfectly, but has some new cool features. Hot Wheels. So this is a gadget for Hot Wheels, and this specific car has a slot to put your GoPro in so that you can ride your GoPro down whatever track you have made inside of your house. And this was the thing I could not find. I own a GoPro Hero 5 Session, and I could not for the life of me find this thing inside of my house. It's a very, very small GoPro, and you can see that it has a spot for it to easily fit onto the Hot Wheel. And so you can take this Hot Wheel and then send it down the track and record the whole session. Now, I don't have any Hot Wheels at the house, so that was one of the reasons I was kind of like, well, a Hot Wheels gadget that was expensive, I don't really want to purchase it. This was not expensive. This only cost me $1. With sales tax, it cost $1.07. So super great price for this small little gadget. The other gadget I recorded a video of in the store, so we can take a look at it and discuss. Hey Dickie, so here we are inside of Target, and this is what I'm going to be showing off, but this is not the price I want to pay for a gadget that I'm not going to be using. This is Hot Wheels ID, which creates uniquely identifiable vehicles. And so here are the actual vehicles right here, and you have a whole bunch of different ones, and this is definitely a step up from your previous Hot Wheels in the past. You can see that it has some stats over here, track your performance, and then you also can see the actual identification chip on the back of the device. And so you can see that there's a whole bunch of different types of vehicles that you could be using, and then you would actually use it with this race portal. So this has a identifier, a way to identify the chip inside of the portal itself. It comes with 2 cars, and this will allow you to track speed, track laps, track a whole bunch of stuff about whatever you have set up already. So you could run multiple cars that have the ID chip through whatever track you are using, and you can actually see which one is faster, which one is going better. Also, it is usable online, so you can game with other people. And then also it has an app so that you can connect to the race portal itself. Kind of a really interesting way to upgrade such a old school toy being Hot Wheels. You do need the much more expensive cars, the $7 cars, and obviously the $40 portal, and then a device that would connect via the app to the portal. Compare that price of that car to some of these cars, which are a lot less expensive. Okie dokie. So,
you know, do you also need track or?
Yeah.
Or,
see, that's why I kind of didn't want to.
Oh, it would be a whole thing.
Yeah, is I didn't want to buy the track and then set it up and then never ever use it again. So
that was a good way to do it, because it's kind of fun to know that if you're out of your mind and have a lot of money and like Hot Wheels.
Yeah, or if you already are into if your kids are already really into Hot Wheels, this is a great little toy because you can really keep track of how fast one of the tracks is, how fast a specific car is, play with your friends, all that sort of stuff. So I thought it was kind of fun. So back to the Hero 5 session. You can get it online for about $5. Doesn't make any sense at all. Just go into Target and buy it for $1. Here's a photo from CNET of it working. And then GoPro made a video of what it would look like whenever you put this Hot Wheel onto your GoPro session. So he's going to toss it here. Oh, it looks like they're doing some trick shots here. And so you could get this really cool perspective of what would a Hot Wheel car look like as it was going through the track. And there's really like no other way to get something like that. Just so cool. So there's that. And then we can also check out the other product, which was the Portal. Let me open up those links. And here it is at Target. It's funny because it's cheaper online. And I could have just had it like, picked up too. So it's kind of like, come on, why not just do that? So here's their little video about it. So you check which car you got. That's the app that you would have to also run at the same time. And it has a whole bunch of like sort of appified features for your car as well to keep track of stuff and whatnot. And then you send it on its way. Guess you get a virtual. I think that's just for the commercial. I don't think you actually get a virtualized version of your track. See, what's interesting is they mentioned that you could race your friends, which only makes sense if there's a very standard course. There's a very standard like track.
Yeah.
So I didn't see any track for sale there other than the normal track. But in this commercial, you can kind of see these like jumps and stuff that look very standardized. So you could, okay, well, how fast did I get my car to go versus your car? That sort of stuff. Which is kind of fun.
Okay, so you also need a phone, right?
Yes.
Smartphone.
So that's like, you gotta get a smartphone. You gotta get the cars that cost about $8. You gotta get the Portal, which costs about $40, but we saw it here online for $30. And here's the track kit. And a lot of track. Oh my gosh! And the track kit is not cheap. Holy moly, $170. Whew, whew.
Well,
so
you did the right thing. You did the right thing.
Yeah. So we'll just talk about it.
We know all about it, and you saved $200.
Exactly. So something as retro as Hot Wheels, which has been around forever, made new for this week's crappy corner. I'm so upset I couldn't find my GoPro to actually put that thing in there. With that, let's move on to Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
So Mo sent in a video, and I put it in tonight because it's about microphones, and haven't watched the video all the way through, but he said that people might be interested in it because it's a way to repurpose microphones you may already have, and you're also making your own videos. So let Mo explain it.
Hey guys, love the show. I'm just doing a quick video. This is going to be real fast. I'm going to explain something to you, and I'm sure many viewers, Chad, Dick, and other viewers will benefit from this. So I was going to buy a USB mic because one of the issues I have is that with my web camera, when I'm doing Zoom meetings and FaceTime meetings and everything on the computer, on my Mac or my PC, I have to have the web camera close enough for me so that when I speak, it picks up my voice instead of all the noise around me. So you know that the webcams pick up all the sound around you. And I wanted to buy a USB mic so I could connect to the back of the webcam that has a USB hub, or even directly to my computer with a long cord. This cord right here is over 8 feet long. Okay, so we can I can connect this to my computer and sit on the sofa and still be able to use it. Now, I just want to let you know, I was trying to figure out, should I buy a USB mic? And as I'm searching, I realized I have this old SingStar. This was sold with the PlayStation 2 as a karaoke. I believe it was a PlayStation 2 too. It could be the PlayStation 3 for karaoke, to do karaoke on the PlayStation. So I haven't used this in years. I just had it on the side, and I said to myself, I wonder if this end will work. Well, just to let you know, I plugged it into my Windows 10, Windows 8, and my Mac computer. It all works. You can use this as a mic, and you can have your web camera further back to get a bigger shot, and then use this to talk on, so that way you don't sound like you're in a hollow room when you're speaking. You'll be able to be right up on top of it. What's nice is that it only picks up noise coming from the top, not on the sides. So unless you're talking directly to it, from chest level is good enough. The only sound that'll be heard is your voice. So it works well. So if you have this and you're having a mic issue and you want to bring the camera further back and you're using a computer, you have one of these lying around, you could use this as a mic so people hear you better and clearer instead of using your web camera mic. It works really well. I tried it on Zoom, FaceTime, PC, Windows 10, Windows 8, and Mac. So this is more of an informational video. I'm sure many people have this lying around and are unaware that it works on a computer. So it does work. I tried it. I hope this video helps. Thank you.
That is so insane that such a product from the PlayStation 2 era.
Yeah, and it fits right in with your theme too.
Yeah, I know. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's so great that they added the ability that it's not completely locked down just to the PlayStation. Then you can throw it onto your PC too. That's very cool.
Exactly. So Mo, thank you very much. There's another video next week that fit in with your Speak and Spell. Someone said, "Oh, Chad had Speak and Spell." I won't tell you what it is, but that's next week's video. But in the meantime, we can always use more videos. A video, anything about a gadget, like Mo did a gadget that's old, but now a way to repurpose it. Video about a gadget you bought 40 years ago and spent a ton of money and it's worthless now, but make a little video, 1 to 3 minutes, put it up on YouTube. You can click unlisted if you only want people with the URL to be able to see it. Send us the URL and it goes to mail@gizwiz.tv, mail@gizwiz.tv. If we show it, we're pretty much showing them all. You'll get a Mad magazine, the current Mad. This is the one that just came out this week, June Mad. And you'll get a Alfred E. Newman photo. If assuming you live in the U.S., if you live outside the U.S., I'll autograph one of those photos and email you a high-res image to print out anywhere in the world or outside the world. We don't care. If you have an email address and can get a high-res image, you'll get one. So get those videos in mail@gizwiz.tv.
It'd be pretty cool to get your photo on the International Space Station. It would be pretty neat. With that, let's go to the letter!
Become the letters, your lovely letters. Become the Giz Wiz letters now.
Letter is from Bill N. Subject, laptop holder. Dick and Chad, on a recent show, you showed a cool laptop holder. Hold your computer in different positions. Very compact, easy to travel with. Right now, it's sold out on Amazon. Must be the Giz Wiz factor again. I came across another one, not as portable, but it can be configured in a bunch of different positions. This one even has a mouse and a beverage tray. Whoa. Check it out here. Great show. Keep the gadgets coming. And it's Bill Nierenkowski. Well, this is pretty neat. Actually, this is more like having a desk.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a portable desk. Easy.
This is pretty neat. So it is $60, but it can hold your laptop in any position. Now, what did he say about a beverage holder? Was there a picture of?
I thought I saw
at the very beginning. I think there's
right there something. It looks like you can attach stuff to the side too.
Oh, there it is. Oh, it's a little tray holder on the side. Actually, this is pretty neat.
Yeah, especially if you're someone who really is sitting on a big chair all the time, especially now that you're working from home.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's just called the portable laptop stand with tray, and it's $60. And it's on Flapzen. Is that where his link went to?
Trusted, yes, the trusted Flapzen website.
Yeah, Flapzen. Oh my gosh!
Just thinking, I gotta check Flapzen for the good deals today.
Yeah. Although if you just wait 3 minutes, Captain J will have it for $1.49.
Yeah.
Bill, that's great. Thank you. That's very useful. As Chad said, especially with so many people working from home now, you can have a desk in a chair, which is good if you have a lot of people in the family fighting over furniture. Now you can take your desk anywhere you want. So thank you for that.
Perfect.
Bill Nierankowski.
Thanks so much for the letter. We want to say, play What the Heck Is It? It's, you only got this week and next week. And next week, it's going to be pretty quick. That you'll have to see it, guess, and get it out. So really, this is your last chance. Head on over to gizwiz.biz. Click on What the Heck Is It? You can also click on, you can do gizwiz.me, right? And it's there too.
Yes. Gizwiz.me if you have a mobile device.
Here's the gadget, the whole gadget, nothing but the gadget. You got to guess what this thing is. And this is obvious to me. This is a shoehorn for wooden shoes. So if you got those wooden shoes around, you got to slip your foot in, and you need just a little bit more of a mechanical help than a normal shoehorn, you can use this. If you think you know what it is, get a guessing. There are 6 Mad magazines for correct answers. There are 12 Mad magazines for incorrect answers. How does that work? It's because we want you to be funny, clever, hilarious, or interesting. So get a guessing over at gizwiz.biz. Huge thank you to our patrons over at patreon.com/GizWiz. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much. If you support the show, this is the moment that we are thanking you so much for your support. You guys are awesome. If you like the Giz Wiz and you want to give back just a little bit, you can head on over to patreon.com/GizWiz and sign up. That is a reoccurring payment. Anytime we upload an episode, you will contribute however much you set. And seriously, we're asking for very little there. Thank you. We understand times are tough, so now's not the time. You got to pause your subscription. You got to do anything. Do whatever you got to do to make it through these tough times. Would totally understand, obviously. If Patreon is not how you want to support, you can head on over to our website, gizwiz.tv, click on the Patreon tab, and there will be a PayPal link. So if PayPal is how you want to support us, you can do it there. Speaking of gizwiz.tv, that is where you can watch the show live just about every Thursday, and we've been on schedule for a while now because of no one's traveling anywhere. So tune in, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern Time. Join the chat room, which is just below the video there at gizwiz.tv. And then you can also see all the old episodes. Or if we're not live, you can catch the last episode right there on the website. If you want to, you can also subscribe through iTunes. You got an RSS feed, so you can subscribe however you want. Or on YouTube. Those are all the places that you can catch the Giz Wiz. That about wraps it up for our show. We'll see you next week.
I'll be here.